Hi. If I were to tell you that if you went down to your local convenience store and bought yourself a lottery ticket, that you actually had a 1 in 15 chance of winning $10 million, would you do that? You might be tempted to even go down and buy 15 of those tickets. Conversely, if I told you that if you got in your car and drove to the grocery store to get some groceries, that you actually had a 1 in 15 chance of getting into a fatal auto accident, well, you might just decide to go hungry for a little while. Well, today I'm here to tell you that you actually do face a risk, and it's a 1 in 15 risk, and you may not know anything about it. What am I talking about? Well, today I want to tell you about radon. Now, radon is a chemical element. It belongs to the family of noble gases on the periodic table, but there's more to the story than that. Radon is actually a byproduct of radioactive decay of uranium. So uranium, because it isn't chemically stable, will go through this process called radioactive decay until it becomes, at the end of that process, stable but as lead. Now, it's along the way that it becomes radon gas. Now, is radon gas dangerous? Well, because it is radioactive, yes, it is dangerous. But what kind of risk does it pose to us? Well, primarily the risk with radon is that it can cause lung cancer. And radon is a gas that you can't see, you can't smell, you can't taste it. From a human sense perspective, it's not detectable. Does that mean that all of us are at risk? Well, primarily, radon becomes a risk when it enters a building, because radon can seep up through the soil into the building, and it can build up in concentration. And it's when it becomes concentrated that it then can pose these health risks. Well, how do I know if my home or other building that I'm in has a radon problem? Well, the easiest way to know is to have it tested. Now, you can buy instruments that you can bring into that building and you can test. It'll tell you what the concentration of radon is in that building. You can run down to your local Home Depot and buy this top device, or if you're looking for something a little more sophisticated, you can go to a scientific equipment catalog and find radon instruments. Now, before you do that, I would suggest that you check with your local school system. I was fortunate in my area that our local high school had several of these that I could borrow, bring into my home, and determine if I had a radon problem. Now, you probably would like more information about radon than we have time to discuss today. I would suggest that you start with your state government website. Most state government websites are going to have a section that contain information about radon in your area. If by chance you can't find information on your state website, then certainly you can go to epa.gov, where they do have a section that has lots and lots of information about radon. Now, the reason why I like the state government websites first is because oftentimes they will include there a list of local contractors who have expertise in this area and can help you either in determining whether you have a radon problem in that building, and if you do, can help you then to mitigate that problem. Radon certainly poses a significant health risk. The EPA estimates that more deaths occur on an annual basis from radon than occur from deaths of drunk driving accidents. Now think about that for a minute. That's a pretty significant statistic. The EPA also estimates that 1 in 15 homes in the United States has a concentration of radon in it that poses a health risk to those that live there. Now, I was fortunate to be able to test my own home and find out that I was one of those 1 in 15, and then was able to get that problem mitigated. Do you have a radon problem in your home? Are you one of those 1 in 15? Thanks.